Today I'm up in northern Arizona. I've got this river behind me. It's a pretty small river, but I have not seen anything like this in Arizona before. Super muddy, super dirty, which might make the fishing good. But today we are after a specific species of bass that is pretty rare here in the United States in general, and that is the red-eye bass. I don't know of a whole lot of places that have a red-eye bass. It's kind of like a largemouth bass, kind of like a smallmouth bass, but the goal for today's video is to complete my Arizona bass species hunt. So I have caught largemouth bass, smallmouth bass, striped bass, white bass, and yellow bass. The only other two species of bass that I have not caught in Arizona is the red-eye bass and the rock bass. Both of those I'm hoping to catch today for the very first time in my life. This river has them, as well as a few native species like the Sonora sucker, the desert sucker, razorback sucker, and also the round-tailed chub. Those species can be harder to find, but they are here. So we're gonna try to complete our bass list and try to catch as many different new species today as we can. We've got quite the hike ahead of us, it sounds like. We're gonna be crossing the river, bushwhacking some, but we're gonna try some different spots out today. I'm gonna take you guys along. This is gonna be a fun one. I can't wait to catch a new species. It has been so long. Let's go. Not quite bushwhacking yet. Just moved up the river a bit. We're at our first spot. Kind of a little flow here, and this is where the two rivers become one. So, kind of looks money. We're gonna get one rod in, we're gonna sink some stuff, and then we're gonna float through this current under a bobber. We're gonna float some other stuff. I guess we'll sink one first. I got some rooster tails and stuff, but pretty much just gonna be worms because, you know, they're easy. I was gonna bring minnows, but I didn't feel like bushwhacking while carrying a freaking minnow bucket. So, worms it is. Gonna thread it on the hook like we normally do. Probably chop some off. You know what? I'll sink the full worm and then I'm gonna do half worm for the floating. Throw it right in the middle. Perfect. Okay, on the rod we're floating, we're keeping it simple. I got a size 8 hook, very small, you can hardly see that on camera. And then we have the smallest bobber I could find at Walmart, and this one's actually weighted, so we can cast out easier. Okay, nice little flow going. Totally feels like I'm trout fishing, but we are not trout fishing. There might be trout in here, but that's not what we're after today. Oh, my line totally, you guys see that? I think we got a fish. Yeah, we do have a fish. What is that? That looks like a smallmouth, but it is a red eye, right? Because there's no smallies in here.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely a red eye. Really small one.
Dude, that is like micro. Hey, new species though. All right, there's our first targeted species, a little red-eye bass. My first one ever. We're gonna get some bigger ones and some that have a little more, like, kind of noticeable, you know, colors and all that. But that dude's freaking micro. Couldn't even tell he was on. I might set up my other rod holder actually, so I could float and just set it down. But sinking did the trick like right away. Oh, I didn't bring 2 rod holders. Duh. Never mind. Oh yeah, and that's species number 60 for me. That's the 60th species I've caught. All right. Fish number 1 down. So small. But it counts for the challenge. Nothing else, just that one little bass that like really didn't even show you like a true red-eye bass, because the red eyes have like very unique colors, patterns, and of course the red eye on most of them. So I want to catch another one that's going to show you guys like true red eye, not one that looks like a weird smallmouth, you know what I mean? So we're going to move up the river. I believe we're crossing soon. Here comes the bushwhacking, it sounds like. So yeah, let's go get some more. Went up a decent amount. This looks kind of shallow, but there are parts where it not super rapid. Probably shouldn't have my phone on me, We're doing it anyway. It's a good thing we don't have gators, man. because this is like gator heaven. It looks like kind of swampy, dirty. But we don't have them here, so we're good. Oh my gosh, I got bit right here, like a foot in front of me. You see my bobber just totally sank. Oh my gosh, dude, that was like a foot in front of me. That's insane. Close quarters. We just got bit again, I think. Yeah, you guys see that? It sank right there. Again. We got fish right there. Yeah, baby. This one's a little more obviously red eye. I knew I was getting bit. Literally right in front of me, dude. This one's a little more obviously red eye. I know they kind of look like smallmouths, but like when they get bigger, their colors really start to come in. They get these kind of stripes in here. This one definitely has more of a red eye. It's not totally there, but there we go. Still need to get a rock bass. Still need to get a round-tailed chub. See ya, brother. Okay, cool. I'm glad I'm not tripping. Good to know they're not spooked by that stuff. All right. I really want to get a rock bass. We do have another spot we're gonna go soon after that has a good amount of rock bass at it. But right now we are kind of just working our way up the creek, hitting spots along the way. I want to get like one super obvious red eye. Oh, come on. There we go. Oh, I pulled him out of the water. I was a little aggressive on that hook set. That's a good hook set. And this is the darkest one. This is probably the most obvious red eye. Okay, this third one's starting to get more of those red eye colors, like that darker brown. A lot of them get these like really unique kind of like tiger stripes when they get bigger. But they're cool, man. And also if you see like, there's a lot of this like goldish color in them right here. That's very obvious for a red eye. From what I heard is they actually stock these red eye bass in this river because they don't eat the, they don't get big enough to eat the chubs, I guess. That's what I've heard. I don't know how accurate that is, but see ya, brother. Of course, the GoPro is giving me issues and it was not recording during this. Tony was able to land a round-tailed chub, and so I fished the area that he was fishing. I was just dragging worms on the bottom with a couple split shots against the current, and eventually I was able to hook up on a round-tailed chub, which would bring me to 61 species caught. Well, at least the big camera was recording. That's a bummer. I thought the GoPro was on that entire time, but it was not. We did get our round-tailed chub though. We're gonna go up to complete our goal of finishing our Arizona Bass Challenge, I guess you could call it. Let's move to the next spot. Finish off this challenge strong. All right, well, we have arrived to a spot that potentially is rock bass. We will see. They already see some fish up there. I gotta get tied up real quick. We don't know if they're rock bass yet, but this is where they were catching rock bass yesterday. I'm gonna try like weightless, no bobber, no nothing first. And it might be hard to bring this big camera around because, you get one?
Yep.
Hey, he got one. For sure rock bass?
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome. That's what rock bass are, if you guys don't know. That's the last bass I need to catch in Arizona. Heck yeah, man.
I'll put them in this area for you.
Hey, bud, you want to bite again? I'll take you guys with me. This is not like an established fishing area. This is like a natural river. So it's, you know, not the greatest to be walking around through. But we'll try to get the big camera set up somewhere. But can we catch the rock bass? And then can we go somewhere and get like a super obvious Coosa / red eye bass? See if there's any more hanging out here. This looks like money for fish in general. Oh no, I just got bit. Dang it, okay, all right. We got bit right there though. Jacked our worm up. I have faith. It like stopped sinking and then it just looked like it started. Oh, there we go, we got one. Oh, it's a red eye. Hey, this one's super obvious though. This is good, this is good. Because I wanted to catch you guys an obvious red eye. Stop it. Man, yeah, it just sank. It was sinking and then just started sinking 10 times as fast. Just ran away from me. No, stop it. And he's back in the water. Well, that was the one that I caught today. That was like so obviously a red eye. I wanted to show you guys the colors and stuff, but he decided he wanted to go back in, camera shy or what. Probably got a glimpse of him on the GoPro, but you know, still need to catch a rock bass. All right, let's try this out. I probably should refresh the worm, but I gotta walk all the way back. I don't really wanna. Any rock bass over here, please? Does not seem super sturdy. Oh, right away, right away. It's a rock bass, guys. Oh wait, no, it's not. It's a largemouth. That was instantaneous. Well, that's something different. Not what we're after, but there's a largemouth bass. Guys, everything in this video is freaking tiny, so apologies, but you know, that's just kind of how it is sometimes with the creek fishing. Goodbye, Mr. Largemouth Bass. Gotta go grab some more worms. Probably other fish around there. Y'all the real ones. Anybody who just stuck through all this catching tiny fish. This is very, very, very different from my normal type of fishing, but needed to get some new species. Needed to get out of the heat. Needed to get out of the urban scene a bit. Well, I'm gonna sink a worm over where I just caught that largemouth, around all that like metal pipes and stuff. There's gotta be at least one rock bass chilling in here. I'm gonna use a crawler now. I was using red worms before. The red worms are pretty small, so I might throw a crawler on, see if we can have maybe a little bigger presentation. Maybe the fish will see it better. Let's find out. Could be wasting my time here using a bigger thing, but I don't know. I gotta change something up. Maybe we'll start over and like, nah, yeah, we'll go to the left. Right up in there. Okay. And I need a new worm on this one. This thing got wrecked by the largemouth. It's literally like not even, oh. We got a fish. We got a fish already. Oh my gosh. Red eye, please. Another largie. Hey, this one's actually got a good stomach on him. Dude, that was both times over there. It's like an immediate bite. Sick of seeing little bass yet? There's another largie. Oh man. No joke, it was like every single cast I was catching largemouth. There was literally nothing I could do to keep him off the hook. I even moved spots and it didn't even matter. It was still largemouth. Today has been a freaking trek so far. I am a little exhausted, but we're pushing on. Gotta get this freaking rock bass, man. We're gonna set up both our rods right here where this guy actually just caught a rock bass. And we're gonna see if we just wait long enough. Because I've been moving around. Maybe if I just sit here with the bait in the water, maybe a rock bass will come by and grab it. No weights, no nothing. Just worm. All the time I spent moving around, I wonder what would happen if I had just sat in the same spot and waited. Oh, I got a bullhead. No way. This is my first black bullhead in Arizona. How cool is that? He is slightly battered up. But we got a little black bullhead. This is my first one in Arizona. Black barbels on the bottom of the lips. Make it a black bullhead. Let's get him back in. Those guys are impossible to handle because they poke you. He poked the heck out of me. And now my thumb hurts. But I was not expecting to catch that, so. This video is just all mini fish. Everything is about that size, like 6 inches. Well, this is the only place you guys are consistently getting the rock bass. Oh, what the f just happened? Oh.
Oh yeah.
God. It's a bullhead! It's another black bullhead. It's a black bullhead. I'm just gonna like pop him off in the water because he's gonna sting me. New spot, same story. Largemouth, 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 largemouth. It just was non-stop. No signs of life for any other species. I must have fished another 3 or 4 more hours after this. Caught literally nothing but largemouth. And eventually I just ran out of time. We didn't get the rock bass, but shout out Tony for showing me around. We did get 2 new species today and 4 species total. Had a fun time still. A lot of dinks, a lot of small fish, but still had a lot of fun getting out of the urban scene, getting out of that heat. Weather was awesome. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I will see you next week as always.